Hey everybody, welcome to my property. My hair is blowing in the breeze. I hope you're all having a great day. I'm just going to be out here sharing a message. This message today is for Christians who are finding it difficult to be bold or to continue in their faith, who are struggling because it's so hard, honestly, to live in this world as a Christian. And I'm just seeing a lot online lately that is discouraging, and I know that I'm not the only one out there who is unsure how to, or just wondering why Christians seem to be tolerating some of the things that are going on in this world, or how people are acting and behaving, and just sin is that is being made to be okay and shouldn't be. So I want to give a message to just encourage, like, how do we live as Christians in a world like we're living today, and honestly a world that's been going on for thousands of years. So so a lot of times there's consequences, if you're a Christian who stands up for, what you believe, and you reject the world system. There's consequences, like you're going to feel like you're being excluded from things, you're going to be hated on, you're going to be feel minimized. Other people regard you as, one of those Christians or whatever. So because of this, sometimes it's honestly tempting to just go along with the crowd, or just tempting to base our actions on the fear of people rather than the fear of God. So I just want to give you an idea of how to handle that. We have three images. We have our projected image, which is what we want others to what we show others. We have our perceived image, which is what people perceive us or see us as, and we have our actual image, is who we really are. And so the Apostle Paul is, for an example, he was the type of man who lived according to his actual image. He's the one that says to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. And that didn't mean the fear and trembling of man. That meant the fear and trembling of God. So living as a Christian is not going to be living in fear of man, or what is going to happen, or the disappointment you're going to face, the disapproval you're going to face, the rejection you're going to face. He worried more about the image that was going to be seen on Judgment Day. And all of us, whether we believe it or not, will be standing one day and before God, and that is going to be called Judgment Day, and our actual image is going to be presented to him, and we will be judged according to what we do here in the flesh, in this body. So in Proverbs 29:25 it says, fearing people is a dangerous trap. And just to give an example of how I've been sharing messages, being obedient and being more bold in my faith has actually produced a lot of joy in my life, and it's just been a blessing. When we are obedient, we receive blessings. So I have some more scripture. I'm trying to work. Okay. All right. So anyway, the Apostle Paul, he's the one I'm kind of basing this off of, because he was really the type of man we should try to imitate. How on earth do we remain faithful Christians for an entire lifetime? He wrote, therefore, having these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of God. So that's 2 Corinthians 7:1. So cleanse yourself, he's saying. So how do we cleanse ourselves as a follower of Christ? So for example, for me, it's rejecting sin. And if you're not sure that you even hate your own sin, and if you kind of like it, you have to ask God to help you. Ask God to help you hate your sin. Help me with this sin. I want to get rid of it. Surrender it to Him. If you're still enjoying, doing whatever you don't want to be doing, and you shouldn't be doing, or believing something that you're like, maybe that's not something that you would want me to be agreeing with or tolerating, Lord. So it's really just like learning how to bring that to the Lord and end up rejecting it. And honestly, it's about being disgusted with your sin, repenting from your sin, and then ultimately discontinuing that sin. So that is the really only way to have an authentic relationship with Jesus. Unfortunately, there are thousands of Christians living today not in the fear of the Lord, but in the fear of man. And they love Jesus, but they think that love is really all He's gonna, be okay with. Like, okay. For example, there was, a woman who said, I know Jesus told me it was okay to divorce my husband, or I know Jesus said it was okay that I did this. I don't know what kind of Jesus, what kind of Jesus they're talking about, because that is not the Jesus of the Bible. You need to be in Scripture and learn about His character and be, I don't know, just be in prayer about that. So anyway, let's see. Yes, I think that as you're walking with God, just be careful of tolerating sin, because as soon as we start tolerating sin, we start walking away from Him, and we want to be walking with Him. This was a hard message, but I really wanted to share that. So cleansing ourselves as Christians is important. Being in the fear of God, and that's not a bad thing. If you look back at one of my other videos on the fear of God, it is not a bad thing. Fearing the Lord is going to draw us closer to Him and draw us away from sin. So, hey, anyway, I'm going to end the video now, and I will hope you all have a great day.